All right, welcome back. Let's take a deeper look at these images and a couple other things we can do with them. I'm going to move this image of the kitten back up to the top so that we have it at the very top of our HTML page here. So we already talked about the alt tag and how you can hover over an image and it'll show the alternative text. I also want to talk about how we can change the size of the image with height and width. So we can set the height to a value. We might want the height to be only 100 and the width to be like 1000 or something. And then if we save that and refresh, we can control sort of the height and the width of the image. And that's going to make it look not great because we're really stretching the width there. What if we make the width like 400? We'll kind of just make it like look a little bit funky so we can still tell that it's a kitten. As you work with images, you'll find that these height and width attributes on the image tag itself are not the greatest way to resize the image. Most oftentimes you'll use CSS or cascading style sheets to style your images. Another cool thing that you can do is you can actually put an image inside of an A tag. So if we say href equals google.com, you'll notice that we can click on that image and it will take us to google.com. So typically the style too that we have here is that your HTML, I hadn't actually adjusted the style, like the code style here in the editor, but typically you want your HTML set to two tabs indented, and it's common practice that when you are nesting HTML elements inside of other elements, that you indent before the beginning tag and all the content. That way you can kind of make the code more readable. So here at the top we have HTML. We wouldn't want like all of these directly against the first line. We don't want them all lined up against the first line because we can't tell easily by looking at this where which elements are nested inside of which other elements. So we generally will have like some sort of indentation to help us read the code. So this is all about readability. The browser doesn't actually care what your indenting looks like, but the user or the developers who are implementing the code, it's much easier to do if you have it indented. So if we save this and refresh, we should be able to click on this now and be brought to google.com. So you can make an image that is also a link. So that can be handy. All right, in the next episode, let's talk about tables. We're going to make some tables, maybe with some data in there, and we'll populate the tables with some content. So let's go do that now.